We live in the era of the triumph of metadata. Metadata is structured data that describes the characteristics, content, quality, origin, and structure of other data. It functions as data about data, facilitating the search, use, and analysis of information. Humanity has long since grown accustomed to this. Why spend precious hours or even nycthemera on research when you can find everything you need in a matter of minutes? Statistics confirm this shift. Previously, Google held the world's top spot among search engines by a wide margin, leading users to long-form articles, websites, books, and scholarly works. Today, nearly half of American users utilize TikTok as their primary search engine. Its popularity has surged by 20% in just 2 years and shows no signs of slowing down. While Google, Reddit, and ChatGPT still outpace TikTok in terms of trust, one must ask, for how much longer? Humanity has become addicted to the ease and accessibility of information, constantly striving for even greater simplification. This affects every sphere of our lives, most notably the film industry. It is common now to hear that films and series used to be better. They were more complex, more deliberate. The characters and plots were worth observing. Recall the most popular series of the aughts, The Vampire Diaries, Supernatural, Desperate Housewives. Each new episode was a long-awaited event that commanded absolute attention. And now, not only are series released in entire seasons at once, but the plots themselves strive for maximum simplification. Platforms like Netflix do this intentionally, tailoring cinema to the habit of background viewing. Dialogues restate key events 3 or 4 times to ensure the viewer grasps the essence even while distracted by a smartphone. The most expensive and spectacular scenes are often front-loaded into the first 5 minutes to hijack attention. We are left with cliched, easily digestible stories oriented toward algorithms and mass appeal. Algorithms have replaced inspiration. We no longer watch films, we consume content that doesn't interfere with our scrolling. This excessive simplicity has reached literature. Today, possessing an opinion about a text has become more important than the experience of living through it. We consume summaries, listen to 10-minute breakdowns of key takeaways, and cultivate an illusion of erudition within ourselves. In linguistics, there is a concept called the realis mood, the indicative mood that anchors the facts of reality. Reading a book is realis. It represents hours spent one-on-one with the author's syntax. It is the physical weight of the pages and the rigors of intellectual labor. However, modern consumer culture translates literature into the realm of secondary reality. We no longer need the text itself, we need the social capital it provides. Knowing what Joyce's Ulysses is about so you can sustain a conversation is functional. Reading Ulysses is energy-intensive and, from the perspective of the digital rhythm, almost pointless. When we substitute reading with the study of content about reading, we fall into the simulation trap. We enter that very subjunctive mood we discussed in our previous investigation. We act as if we have read, as if we have understood. Observe the difference between these two states through the prism of grammar. Indicative, fact, I read the book. This is the solid ground of reality. Subjunctive, simulation, it is essential that I should appear to have read the book. Here lies the primary evidence. Metadata provides dry facts, but it is devoid of performative power. In Old English, the subjunctive mood was used to alter reality through the power of the utterance itself. A summary, by contrast, is a fossilized remain. It provides data, but it does not provide experience. The difference is the same as that between reading a crime scene report and being physically present as a detective. Today, reading is not a hobby. It is a radical act of resistance against simplification. By choosing the full text over a brief summary, you are choosing deep attention. For a profiler, it is critical to note not just what is said, but how. In a summary, you will never notice how an author employs the past subjunctive to create a distance between what is and what could have been. You will not feel the fatality of a choice hidden within an inversion, were I to choose. My project, and my novel, The Death Does Not Cover Its Tracks, is an attempt to restore the original magic of the text. I don't want you to simply know what the story is about. I want you to become accomplices in a linguistic investigation. I want you to feel reality fracture when a character chooses the wrong mood or hides the truth behind a formal should. Aurora Edgware knows anyone accustomed to summaries will never notice the discrepancy in an official protocol, because the devil and the truth is always in the syntax. In a world that strives for brevity, I choose depth, for only in the depths do the shadows become tangible and the evidence becomes real.